after we had dated? Would our relationship be sacred if I seen you naked?
Episode 66, baby. We here. It's your boy Low, baby. Let's go. Shout out to Foggy Raw. Getting the vibes. Hey.
Run on sentences. House of Representatives. What repentance is.
Come on.
Can we have a conversation about Psalm 62? Fucked up on your booty and palms with titties too. Giving me your body in 60 different views. It's not a dynamic. It's like,
you don't know my name. That was a sample that he was spitting over a sample from my memory, Alicia Keys. I think Alicia Keys wrote that song. Shout out to Alicia Keys. Yeah, man. Yo, man, let's get this thing started, man. What's good? It's your boy Low, man. I'm going to intro the pod in a minute, but I got to do this first, man. Matter of fact, let me get into it. Do I have anything queued up in here? Let's see. That could pay homage. Let's see. So I went this weekend, past Friday, to see Wakanda Forever. And I want you to know that movie was just so amazing. I'm not going to get into any spoilers. I'm not going to do any of that. I'm just going to tell you it made me feel amazing. It's such an amazing film. So happy I went and saw it. My son and I went. Every person involved with that movie, I salute you. Won't be long, man. Y'all gonna get your due diligence, your due justice. And man, Chadwick, I hope you know that we love you so much, man. Wakanda forever, brother. Wakanda forever. So if you haven't seen it, please, man, do your boy a favor. Go out and watch this movie. That's right. I'm giving you real radio voice over voice right now. Real in your face, sweet, incredible energy to go watch that movie. All right, man. Now with that out of the way, y'all know it's your boy Low, man. We are back for episode 66. Give me some claps. Y'all know. All right, man. Don't make me do this by myself. Man, we got a new little studio set up in here, man. I'm now working from home. Shout out, man, give me some more claps. Shout out to working from home, man, working remote. I'm really hybrid because I still have to go out and, do shoots on location and things of that nature. But the day-to-day action, I can get up, brush my teeth, do all that good stuff. But instead of having to hustle and bustle and fight in school traffic and all that, your boy gets to just walk across the house and walk in the man cave in the studio and get busy. So, man, shout out to Shannon G1 for that. Yeah, she knows. Anyway, man, I am excited to be here. I ain't gonna even front, man. I'm a little tired. Had a long weekend. We had the principal shooting for Simply Grateful, a production we do every year for the BEPS network. We've been doing it it started during the pandemic, and now we have continued it because it's more like a community service project to give families something that you can sit around for 15, 20 minutes and enjoy on Thanksgiving Day. And shout out to all the artists involved, all the people who came out to support. Man, matter of fact, shout out to Keymon from the Loyalty Crew. I don't even have a Loyalty Crew shirt on today. I'm repping Toon Squad if you're listening, but if you're watching on YouTube or in the Patreon, then you can see I'm in a Toon Squad shirt today, repping that, LeBron, and yeah. Anywho, so man, we had the principal taping with that. Keymon from the Loyalty Crew got to come on and work with me. I told you guys this community. It is what you put in. What you put in is what you get out. So being active, being in conversations allows you to reap more than you you thought you would. You get on set with us, and you get to learn things. You get to have us, check out your projects and give some feedback, things of that nature. Like, it's a real functioning community, and I'm excited to bring this to you guys. I'm excited to have you guys be a part of this. So, check it out, patreon.com/Aloysius Ballard, and you can find me there. Now, with that being out the way, let's get this pod officially started. Come on. Let's go. Come on, man, get crunk with your boy. It's gonna be a good show. It's the world according to Lo. So let's sit and grow. It's gonna be a good. Yo, what's good? It's your boy Lo, man. We are back for another episode. Episode 66 is here. And if you don't know who I am, my name is Aloysius Ballard. Everybody calls me Lo, but I am an award-winning videographer, cinematographer, creative director. Man, the list goes on. I'm a producer. I do a lot of great things, man. But if you want to know what the world according to Lo is about, it is about all of the hats I wear, the interesting people that I meet, and the experiences that I have from me wearing these hats. And it has been an amazing ride to this day. I'm not saying every day has been wonderful, but the journey is very fulfilling, and I am seeing growth all the time, new opportunities, new developments and elevations within my work. And because of that, man, I am grateful. So if you are a person who is in the creative world, or is in need of motivation, I like to always give something that motivates people to be the best versions of themselves. See, one of the things that I cannot title, but I made it my own title, is that I am a people connoisseur. I am a catalyst for people to get from one place to another. All of my clients in the past and present are people that come to me with an idea. They're in one situation, but they want to end up somewhere else. And God has given me the ability, the beautiful mind, to be able to see how to help people grow and become the best versions of themselves. I'm not a person out here that's going to tell you, I can tell you how to become a millionaire. That's not my gift. But if you want to know how can I go from one thing and one place low and progress through this journey called life and achieve the things that I'm aspiring to do, man, listen, let me tell you, I was a young kid from Mississippi. On the coast, we were literally a coastal area. Fishing, the area smelled like fish 9 times out of 10, and there was very little things to do. They farmed us to grow up to think that we would have to go into the industrial shipbuilding business, because that's what the industry was primarily in our area, was working for Ingalls or Northrop Grumman, that some people would call it at one time, but it was an industrial. They build battleships for the Navy. And because of that, people in this area saw that that was a means for you to earn a decent living, but it was hard work. It was a lot of things that I, as a creative, did not aspire to do. Now, God changed my direction and put me on a path where I was a music producer for a while, and then I became a video guy. And when I say video has always been something that I've been passionate about ever since my dad took me to the movies when I was little and I saw Superman on the big screen. I've always been fascinated with video. I just never knew how to go from what I was curious about to actually where I am today. But then, thankfully, God had my journey that taught me along the way. It taught me the power of networking with people, understanding the needs of people. And I got those skills that I needed by servicing those opportunities. Now, if you think that you can just jump up and be something that, does not or will not include you, then like you're gonna already be lost, because if you're doing things only for selfish gain, that is a short-term reward. If you want to go far in this industry, I want you to think about planting seeds and harvest it later up the road. A lot of times we just want to get one place fast, and I'm gonna get to this in a minute, because today we're going to be talking about stop playing small. And that's and I got things to get to on that, but we're going to get to it first. But before I get there, I want to talk about one of the greatest things and inspirations, because like I said, this is the world according to Lo. So I share with you things I ingest that have made an impact on my life. And this weekend during Saturday Night Live, I witnessed one of the greatest creatives and comedians in the history of man deliver another amazing artistic piece. Now, a lot of people are trying to twist it for whatever reasons. Shock value and ratings and negativity sells. So a lot of times people try to take something great and turn it into something negative so that they can get traffic and views. And if you think I'm going to be a part of that, then you need to find another podcast to listen to. I like to use positive energy. I like to use things that benefit us to grow. I don't like to rain on parades and all of that stuff. That stuff it's enough podcasts and things out there. But if you want to find someone who's going to speak life into you, who's going to give you encouragement, who's going to help you just focus on what it is that you're trying to do, then I'm your guy. Okay. So Dave Chappelle gave this amazing monologue, and I'm listening to the timing. I'm listening to the delivery that he has, the temperature and gauge to pace his art where people can digest it in a manner. Let me slow down. In a manner that is applicable and effective. Now, Mr. Chappelle shows up and he opens up, and I'm looking at his formula. So when you want to gather someone's attention, start with something that shocks them. So he walks down the stairs. He opens a piece of paper that's folded. He opens it. He says, "Before I begin, allow me to read this disclaimer. I stand against anti-Semitism. I do not condone it. Blah, blah, blah." He's going down. And now that you can hear a pin drop in this room, because now he dropped a word that is now buzzing. Being an anti-Semitic, anti-Semitism, all these things are buzzwords that make us, oh, what is he going to say? Is this a moment where I should take out my phone and be ready so I can post this, be one of the first to share this negative thing that is happening, this shocking thing that we're about to witness? And no, but he grabbed their attention. And that's what great artists are able to do in a second of time. Being able to captivate your audience for whatever means it is that you choose to do for your delivery of art. And that's a whole nother conversation. But I wanted to give some claps up to Dave Chappelle. He actually didn't even cuss that much. I don't even think he cussed at all. I think he just talked. But anyway, now that that's out of the way, let's get to the meat of the podcast today, okay? Now, I had the pleasure of watching, if you have HBO now, I highly recommend you watch a documentary called 38 in the Garden. Listen to your boy. It's on HBO now. Check out 38 in the Garden. It's a story about Jeremy Lin. If you do not know the name, I understand. See, Jeremy Lin wasn't meant to be a household name. Jeremy Lin was someone who disrupted a system that all were rooting against him. Now, Jeremy Lin is an Asian American NBA basketball player. I don't know if he's still playing right now. It could be in waiting. But he played. And when he played, he made a lasting effect on the game of basketball. See, Jeremy Lin, when he's almost unorthodox in the statement where you can't say, most people don't include NBA basketball player and Asian Americans in the same sentence. Most of the time, if you do see players of Asian descent, they're either like Yao Ming, or who's like a 7-foot plus center, or you see they're very tall guys, or they're just like very big guys in a sense of being able to handle the pressures of the NBA, right? Well, Jeremy Lin wasn't that tall. He's not that tall. Jeremy Lin was a small kid from California. I think he played at Palo, not Santo, Lord, that's me. Palo something high school in Cali. And he was actually Mr. Basketball a year. And they won the state championship and did some things. And after all of that, Jeremy Lin received no scholarship offers. Let that sink in. He said he didn't get any offers at first. He and his dad made highlight reels themselves, sent them out, and come to find out that he would not get a basketball scholarship, but he could get an academic one. So it came down to, and I don't want to give it all away. I just want you to see some of the things he had to endure. So he ended up having to take a college scholarship on academics primarily, and ended up choosing to go to Harvard University. Now, he ends up playing at Harvard over, and I'm not going to give all the details away, over another school, but Harvard was his choice because it was a D1 school. So if you don't know, Division I is where all the big dogs go play. So if you're a top tier athlete, you get a letter or a scholarship to a D1 Division I school. If you're mid as an athlete, you go to D2, or you don't have to necessarily be mid. You could just maybe have circumstances where maybe you didn't have the grades to go D1, or etc. So D3 is even smaller, and yeah, anything outside of that is like null and void. So Lin ends up at Harvard, still doesn't get drafted. But because of circumstances and his grind along the way, someone in the NBA recognized him and remembered him and took a chance. Now, just because he got his opportunity to go into the NBA did not mean his journey was any less heavy, right? Listen to me. So he had to face a lot of adversity. He had to face a lot of things that caused him to become enemies with himself because of a word called doubt. See, Jeremy's biggest thing was he began to doubt himself. He began to doubt all the things he was capable of. And then he ends up on the New York Knicks. And he didn't have money. I think it's called minimum rookie salary. So because he wasn't drafted, he wasn't guaranteed money. He was pretty much working a 9 to 5 around basketball. He didn't get paid that much, but matter of fact, he said he was the 6th string basketball point guard on the team. Let's count that out. So you got 5 other people that are in line to play before you're even thought about. In the NBA, there's only so many minutes that are, shared. Starters get a bulk of that. Well, let's just fast forward, and circumstances now allow Jeremy to be called upon to play. And I'm talking like this is an era where Kobe had just won 2 championships with Paul Gasol and Meta World Peace and that whole team they had. And yeah. And Jeremy has a breakout game when his matter of fact, he got a call from his agent the day he was supposed to play. And his agent told him, he said, "Hey, Jeremy, listen, I hate to say this, man, but if you don't play your butt off this game, I believe this is going to be your last game in the NBA." Now, oftentimes we are faced with adversity, right? Okay, so we have to face hardships and things that aren't comfortable or fair to us. See, Jeremy put as much work in as the people that he had to watch run up and down the floor every night in the NBA. He wasn't a slacker. He was Mr. Basketball, for crying out loud. He's carried the weight of a team on his back to victory, only for that to have his slate wiped clean. Some of you make 2-3 great projects in your field. You could be an artist, you could be a photographer, you can be a social media person, influencer, videographer, copywriter, doesn't matter. Artist, painter, whatever. You make 2 or 3 projects and you think you're supposed to the world's supposed to love you. That they're just supposed to roll out the red carpet because you're good. There are a lot of people that are great at their craft, man, but they don't get an opportunity. I was that way. Because I lived in Mississippi and on the coast, there was not a lot of traffic for video projects. Didn't mean I wasn't working my butt off to learn and master skill sets that could allow me to become a great videographer, to hone my creative skills, to be able to understand trends and strategy. I was putting in the time just as much. So did Mr. Lynn. And it was until he got to a breaking point. He got to a point where people had to depend on him. Now, imagine had he not stayed ready. Because one of the things Jeremy attested to that allowed him to break out was primarily the fact that he, even though he didn't get reps in practice, dedicated the day to go early. Jeremy was such the underdog that the security at the Madison Square Garden, often thought he was trying to sneak in the arena. Wouldn't let him in the players' entrance. Imagine that. You finally fight your way to belong, and you still don't belong. Well, Jeremy had an incredible night when his number was called. Dropped 25 points. Wielded that energy to a win. Shocked his team. And even in that moment, Jeremy's response of what people said about it, they thought it was a stroke of luck, that it wasn't real. See, a lot of times people will see you succeed and they will think that it's only a bit of luck, because there's no way you can be that good at what you do. There's no way that you can make that kind of impact in your field. Jeremy shook it off. See, he was still wrestling with that thing called doubt. He was still wrestling with something that allowed him to feel like he was maybe not so worthy. to really live out the dream that he actually had for himself. I've been there. Sometimes I look at the things that I'm able to be a part of, and I'm like, do I really deserve to be here? Do they really see something in me that is enough to include me in these projects? Sometimes the absence of the call, the absence of the opportunity leaves us with doubt. Doubting that we are even possible or worthy of the things that we want to do in life. As I watch this film, man, like Jeremy just really put fuel in my tank. He added gas to my fire because he never gave up. And then he turned the switch on. Because see, the Lakers, the championship Lakers, were coming to town. And Kobe Bryant is no one's play toy. When asked, Kobe simply said, a reporter said, Kobe, are you concerned at all about Jeremy Lin's recent streak of playing in his performances? Are you worried about him getting hot tonight? Kobe Bean Bryant replies, I don't even know who you're talking about. Imagine being somebody who is doing everything, sacrificing everything to live out your dream, just for somebody that's a vet, that's a bona fide hero, to say that you're easily not even on the radar. See, there's no way Jeremy Lin grew up loving basketball and didn't know who Kobe Bryant was, who didn't idolize, in some sense, Kobe Bean Bryant. Rest in peace. Sometimes the people and the things we idolize will also speak against us. They won't budge freely to make room for you. See, that's what I like to call playing small. Sometimes we play small to the things that we have placed on pedestals. I can't work with so-and-so because they're so good. I'm not on that level. See, there's millions to whisper your failures. Those who will tell you that whatever it is you're seeking cannot be done. But I want you to remember this. Just like Jeremy Lin, he stepped up. Because even giants fall. See, Kobe Bryant may not have known his name before that game, but I guarantee you he remembered it after. Jeremy Lin went on to have one of the biggest games of his life. And it wasn't the Lakers they were cheering when the buzzer hit 0. See, the New York Knicks had become victorious. They did something that most thought was impossible. Even giants fall. So I want to leave you with this. I want you to start being big in these areas of your life that you are facing the most doubt. Instead of holding that idea and that thought in your business meetings or at work or in your family dynamics, I want you to speak up, play big, stop playing small, because the greatness in you is depending on you getting warm in that spotlight. I appreciate you listening. If this is your first time, thank you for joining us. Shout out to the loyalty crew. But if it is your first time, I hope it is not your last time. To my people who support, thank you for listening. It's been a pleasure, and I will see you in episode 67. Until next time, it's your boy Lo, and I'll see you. Peace.